Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sammy Ketchum, and welcome back to Sammy Ketchum TCG. Today, we are going to be taking a look at Rayquaza Vmax, Flaffy. This deck is from Evolving Skies, the new set that's coming out in August, and we're going to be talking about this deck. This is the other deck that that I've been testing with, especially with the other deck that I've shown earlier in the week. These are the first two decks that I actually wanted to play test first, and I wanted to go ahead and show you this deck. But yeah, this is basically the headliner of Evolving Skies. The headliner of Evolving Skies. Rayquaza Vmax. Don't mind the proxies. They are in black and white. I'm sorry. This was the only proxies between this and the Stormy Range. These were the only proxies that did not come out in color when I went to the library the other day. I'm so sorry, but I will be explaining what these cards do and what their attacks are and so forth. So do not worry. I will explain everything. but yeah, we are going to be discussing this deck today. Yeah. But let's jump right into this. All right. So we have ourselves 3 copies of Rayquaza Vmax. Alright. It is the main attacker of the deck, and mainly the only one we're really attacking with. Okay. Alright. It has 320 HP. Alright. It has no weakness because it is a dragon Pokemon, even though you can't tell by this card. Its first, it has its ability, Blue Sky Stream. You can discard your hand and draw 3 cards. It is actually a really great ability. If you desperately need to see certain cards during your turn, like if you need to see a rose, or if you need to see energies, or if you need to, discard energies from your hand to the discard pile to activate your Dynamotor, this attack will help you do that. Also, this card paired with Rose is really good, because if Rose discards your hand to basically put energies on your VMAX Pokemon, you can then discard your hand even if your hand is 0 and draw 3 cards, which will net you 3 more cards, which is very, very decent. So this card pairs well with Rose. This ability is also very good with the Kricketune. If you use Kricketoone's ability to draw cards, and then you end up using some of those cards, during your turn, then you can discard your hand if your hand is useless and draw 3 more cards, etc. So this ability is very good. It has one attack. It's called Max Burst for a fire energy and a lightning energy. You may discard either fire or lightning energy from this Pokemon. This attack does 80 more damage for each energy you discard in this way. So either fire or lightning, can't choose both, but this attack does have 20 base. So 20 base, but discard each one you discard, it'll be 80, up to 80. So 80, 16, or not 80, 16, 80, 160, 240, etc. But in the end, it'll be, those plus 20. So 80, 60, 240, then just add the 20. Something like that. This can get knockouts on Vmax Pokemon. I think it was 4 energies. 4 energies, either 4, discard 4 fire or 4 lightning, and you get a knockout on a Vmax. Yeah. 4 times 8, 36. Okay, yeah. Alright, so there it is, Max Burst. That's the attack we're going for. Another thing to note about this Pokemon, this attack we've seen this attack before in the TCG on the Rayquaza GX. Now when this card came out as a Rayquaza GX, I was very unfortunate that I did not get to play with this deck. As when it came out, it was really hyped up, really expensive. So I was basically on the receiving end of this deck. I never really got to play with it, but I was around to see when this card was actually really good. But yeah, I know the power that this card can bring. Hopefully this time around, I may get a chance to actually play with this ability, this attack, this card, now that I am actually financially able to do so. Did I say 3 copies? 4 copies. My bad, 4 copies. 4 copies of Rayquaza GX. Alright, 4 copies of Rayquaza V. Can't have the GX. I'm not the GX. Can't have the Vmax without the V. Alright. Has 210 HP. Alright. Of course, no weakness. This has 2 attacks. Yeah, 2 attacks. The first attack, Dragon Pulse. It does 40 damage. Yeah, 40 damage, but discard the top. Yeah, discard the top 2 cards of your deck. I think what this is meant to do is like, it's meant to basically help you to discard your electric or fire energies from your deck by discarding the top 2 cards of your deck. So you want to discard the top 2 cards of your deck. If they're fire or electric, then they'll hit the discard pile. To hit the discard pile, you can do Dynamotor. But honestly, you really don't want to use that attack because you don't want to discard your resources. And discarding your resources is bad. So I would not recommend using that attack. Second attack, Spiral Burst for an electric and fire, I think. Yeah, electric and fire. Yeah, this attack 20 base. It, yeah, same thing. Basically, it's the same thing as, yeah, basically it's the same attack that's on the Vmax. You can either discard lightning or fire energy from this Pokemon. This attack does 80 damage for each one you discard in this way. Yeah, for each one you discard in this way. 20 base. So same thing. 80, 160, 240, same thing. It's basically the same attack that's on the Vmax. So, still very good, even for the V. Here's the main support Pokemon. 4 copies of Flaffy. Flaffy has the ability Dynamotor. Alright? Which says once during your turn, you may get an energy card, not an energy card, but a lightning energy card from your discard pile and attach it to one of your bench Pokemon. Alright? So this is how we're going to power up Rayquaza Vmax and get his max burst attack off. Now, powering up and discarding those electric energies. This ability was also seen with this deck, with the Rayquaza GX deck back in the day. With Dynamotor. Dynamotor was on the little Dynamo electric, the little electric back in the day. And now it's on a Flaffy, and I love Flaffy because I love Ampharos. Like, that's my favorite Pokemon line. Like, I am so excited that Flaffy's being used in a deck. But yeah, Dynamotor is the ability, and it is so good. This not only will power up Rayquaza, but this will be used to power up many other electric types and electric type decks going forward in the future for the next couple of years. So look out for this to be in more deck profiles. Four copies of Mareep. Nothing really special here to say about the Mareep. This Mareep will be the 70 HP Mareep from, I think it's, what is it, Chilling Reign? I think. Yeah, I think they have Mareep in Chilling Reign. But this will be the 70 HP one from Chilling Reign. I'm just showing these off today as just placeholders right now. But this will be the 70 HP one. But for Mareeps, nothing really interesting to say about them here. They're just going to evolve into the Flaffy for Dynamotor. One copy of Zero Aura V. Zero Aura is a backup attacker in this deck. The reason why he's a backup attacker is because Rayquaza Vmax is a Rapid Strike Pokemon. I forgot to mention that earlier. Rayquaza Vmax is a Rapid Strike Pokemon. So since Rayquaza Vmax is a Rapid Strike Pokemon, if Rayquaza Vmax attacks before this does, then this attack can actually be really useful in doing damage to your opponent's bench Pokemon. This attack will do 100 damage to the active, and what is it? What is it? I think 160 or something to the bench, something like that. But yeah, it does more damage to the bench if your Rapid Strike Pokemon, if your other Rapid Strike Pokemon attacked the turn before. But since we already attacked with Rayquaza Vmax in this deck, and since he's our main attacker, this being a side attacker is actually perfect to basically hit for some damage on the bench and soften up Pokemon for the next turn. You know, so he's a perfect little side attacker. You know, on his support Pokemon, 1 copy of Crobat V. He's in here for his Dark Asset ability. Alright, playing from your hand, and you could draw up to 6 cards until you have 6 cards. Alright. 1 copy of Kricketune. Kricketune in here for its what is it? Exciting Stage ability. That doesn't get said too often. Exciting Stage. Alright? When he is on your bench, you can draw until you have 3 cards in your hand. Alright? And if he is your active Pokemon, you can draw until you have 4 cards in your hand. Alright? So this deck basically can really utilize this card because you're discarding your hand with Rose. Sometimes you're using the ability on Rayquaza Vmax to discard your hand and draw 3 cards. So you're putting yourself at a low hand size. And if you put yourself at a low hand size, this Kricketune can actually be useful just about almost every single turn. So it's a very good card, a little draw engine to have within the deck. One copy of Eldergloss V. Alright, Eldergloss V's ability, once you play from your hand, you can get a supporter back from your discard pile. It's a supporter version of Versus Seeker for 1 turn, you know, which is still really good. You can get back a Boss's Orders, you can get back a Rose, you can get back a Research, etc. Alright. 4 copies of Professor's Research. Alright, discard your hand, draw 7. Self-explanatory. 3 copies of Boss's Orders. Alright. Bring up one of your opponent's Pokemon from their bench and put it in their active spot. So switch their active with one of their bench Pokemon, but you get to choose. Very good for getting key knockouts. Alright, 2 copies of Rose. Alright. Discard your hand and search your discard pile for two basic energies and attach them to your VMAX Pokemon. Alright. So this is very good with this deck because this deck has ways of drawing cards even after you discard your hand with Rose. We've got Kricketune, we've got Rayquaza Vmax's ability, so Rose will not hurt this deck like it has hurt other decks in the past. So Rose will actually be very, very decent in this deck. Four copies of Quick Ball. Discard a card from your hand and search your deck for a basic Pokemon. Put it in your hand. Shuffle your deck afterwards. 4 copies of Evolution Incense. This will be the standard moving forward. Search your deck for Evolution, put it in your hand. Three copies of Switch. Switch your active with one of your bench Pokemon. Two copies of Level Ball. Search your deck for a Pokemon with 90 HP or less and add to your hand. You can search for the Mareep or the Flaffy with this. Two copies of Air Balloon. Attach this to somebody like your Flaffy or even your Rayquaza Vmax to give it free retreat. Its retreat cost is 2. Flaffy's retreat cost is 2. So with this, they'll have free retreat. One copy of Ordinary Rod. You can you could choose one or actually both. Shuffle 2 energies back into your deck, you know, and or shuffle 2 Pokemon from your discard pile back into your deck. So it's a good way to get back resources, put them back into your deck, search them back out, etc. if you need them. Especially your fire energies. If you end up discarding all of your fire energies and you need fire energies, you can get your fire energies back, put them back to the deck, search them back out, things like that. Three copies of Stormy Range. This is the other card that did not print out with color. I'm sorry. But this is the new stadium card from Evolving Skies. You can search your deck each turn. Once each turn, you can search your deck for a lightning or dragon type Pokemon basic Pokemon, and put them on your bench. Shuffle your deck afterwards. So this is very good, especially for this deck. You know, searching for a lightning basic and or a dragon basic Pokemon and putting them on your bench. I think this is amazing. Amazing, 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 amazing. So, having a basic search engine is really good. I only have 3 copies in here. I think 4 is overkill because we've got Quick Ball, we've got Level Ball, we've got other ways of getting our basic Pokemon out. 3 copies, I think it's fine. We have ourselves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 lightning energies for your for Rayquaza Vmax. You know, to discard. Get them in a discard pile. Attach them with Dynamotor, and then use Max Burst. And 4 copies of Fire Energy. I'm going with 4. These are so important to have to attach to your Pokemon. You at least need 1 attached to your Rayquaza so you can get the attack on. I'm going 4. Alright guys. Well, that is the deck. I will be doing a deck spread layout so you can see the deck as a whole when we come back. So stay tuned for that. Alright? Alright guys. This is the deck layout. Alright. Like I said, I've been playtesting this deck. This is the first deck that I've been playtesting with. with against the Single Strike Urshifu and Umbreon Vmax. My first playtesting with this deck, I actually did not like this deck at all. For some reason, it was not working right. But I did change it up a little bit and tweaked it, and now it's actually running pretty decent. But yeah, this deck list mostly is courtesy of Celio's network. Go check out one of his Evolving Skies battle videos, and go underneath his description to check his links, and you will find his deck list and stuff on the Google Drive. So you can check that out, and you can just copy this deck list from there. Most of this deck list. I did change a couple of things. I took out an air balloon. And I took out, what else did I take out? Took out an air balloon, and I took out a Stormy Range for an extra fire energy, and what is it? I think for the ordinary rod, to fit the ordinary rod in the deck, I think. Or it's something that I fitted in here. Something else that I wanted to fit in here. But, oh, the boss's orders. That's what it is. I took out the Stormy Range and the third air balloon for a third boss's orders and the fourth fire energy. Because I feel boss's orders is still very important. So I went up to 3. But yeah, other than that, this deck is basically that deck from Celio's Network's Google Drive. I think it's still very good, really, really good. So check that out. You can also copy this if you like. Play it out, test it out if you like. Other than that, like, comment, subscribe. And until next time, mischief managed.